today we're going to do the standard version where the hand is on the pole above your head, and then we're also going to do the touch of ballet version where we actually take that hand off the pole and we just do a port de bras above our head, making a beautiful shape. So if you haven't ever done this pose before and you're just learning it for the first time, then my suggestion is to get really nice and confident with your hand on, and then when you'll feel ready, you'll know when you feel ready that you don't actually need that hand as a grip point. But we'll go through both today so that you have them both. You want to feel really confident in your outside leg hang and particularly your inside leg hang, because that's really the major grip point as well, is your inner thigh. So make sure that you do feel confident with those. And if you do, then this pose is you're definitely ready to learn this pose. And also your inverted pike, because we're going to get into the move from our inverted pike today as well. You don't have to get into it from that, but I really like doing that because it's really beautiful and a beautiful, graceful entry as you're spinning on the pole. So what we're going to do is invert and go into our outside leg hang, and that's where you want to get that shelf grip. So in terms of the grip points, we've got our inner thigh. As we sweep the leg around, we're going to contact it just like you would when you hook for an inside leg hang, but obviously we're not hooking the leg, but you do want that really strong, solid inner thigh grip. So that's one of the most important. And then obviously you want your shelf grip as well, or your side grip, because when we pull into our outside leg hang, that's when we're going to establish that grip. And then when we sweep into the inside leg hang for the inverted pike, it should feel even stronger on your shelf. And then you also want the grip point at the back of the inside arm. So that is very, very helpful to feel nice and solid in this pose. So once again, inner thigh, shelf, and back of the arm. And so what we're going to do is invert to that outside leg hang, sweep your back leg around, and then so that you've got your shelf and your inner thigh and your arm, and the leg that's hooked for your outside leg hang is just going to come off the pole, and it's going to go on the top. So it's always confusing when you're upside down as to which one is top and which one is bottom. But basically, the leg that sweeps around from your outside leg hang will be the one closest to your face. And then the leg that's hooked will go on top of that one. And think about crossing over to your ankles and squeezing your legs together and pulling them down towards the floor. Let's get that far. So we'll go invert, outside leg hang, sweep, check those grip points, and then inverted pike and pulling the legs down towards the floor. All right, so let's try. I like to get into this one going backwards. You do not have to. You can go forwards, backwards, or you could climb up and then drop down into your invert as well. It's completely up to you. We just want to get into that outside leg hang. So let's give that a go. So we hook, now establish that shelf grip nice and strong. At the back of the arm now, reach the arms. Now we're going to sweep the leg around. So this one that's come around is the one that's going to stay closest to your face. This one that's hooked is going to unhook and go on the top, and you're going to push them down towards the floor. Nice straight legs, crossing at the ankles. Now to get out, make sure that it stays at the back of the arm. Sweep back to that outside leg hang and come down. So that is your inverted pike. So from that pike position, which is here, we're going to keep that grip on our shelf, and we're going to keep that grip at the back of our arm. The inside leg, the one that's closest to your face, is going to bend. Now, experiment with the shape. Yes, it's completely up to you if you want to make a little gap here or a big gap or close the gap. It's really up to you. There's lots of variation to this move as well, where you can actually thread your arm through that gap. So just keep that in mind when you're creating your shape. But for today, we're just going to bend it here and just have a little bit of a space here. So as we bend that leg, don't rush it, because that's what keeps that beautiful, graceful finesse, is just taking your time. We're going to bend that leg, and the arm that is pushing back against the pole, so your inside arm, is going to reach and grab the opposite ankle. So now this really depends on torso length, how tall you are, as to whether you need to lift up to grab the leg as well. and also, you know, how much you want to pull your legs down towards you. So me not being on the extreme tall side, I do have to actually lift my chest up a little bit to grab my leg and then go back down and pull the leg down with you. And it helps to give a little bit of a pull. So you want your thumb, as you grab your leg, you want your thumb up towards the ceiling and just grab towards your ankle. So you don't really want to grab your calf towards your ankle as much as you can. So let's try that. So we'll go outside leg hang just like we did. Sweep the leg into an inverted pike. So remember, keeping that inside leg closest to your face. And then we're going to bend the inside leg and then grab the outside leg, the other foot, or the other ankle. Your outside hand is going to go onto the pole into a cup grip above our head. Let's try it. So we go up into an invert. Remember, you can get here any way you like. So shelf grip, back of the inside arm. Sweep, so it's on your thigh, and then unhook and push down so you're in your pike. Now the leg that's closest to your face is going to bend over, and then you're going to reach and grab that ankle, and then grab the pole in your cup grip. And then to hop out, bring that arm back so it's pushing back against the pole, hook that leg and sweep. And that is the safest way to come out because you keep your shelf and you keep your armpit or your arm, back of the arm grip as well. When your hand comes over your head, ideally we do want it in a cup grip. So that means that your thumb and your fingers are on the same side of the pole. I have seen it done in true grip, so if you want to, you can, but ideally if you can, get it into the cup grip. The reason why the cup grip is a really nice grip to have is because you can actually pull on the pole and then pull your elbow back, which creates that beautiful shape again. So we're going to try the standard version with the cup grip, and we're going to focus on adding that little bit of finesse now where we pull on the cup grip and we open the elbow. So there's a few things happening in order to open the elbow. Obviously we're pulling here on the pole as well, but you also want to think about opening through the chest and through the collarbone and squeezing your shoulder blades together. So when you do those three things, it's going to extend your thoracic spine or extend through your chest. And again, that's what creates that beautiful, graceful shape. So pulling, opening, squeezing. And then of course, we want to make sure that our toes are pointed, our ankles are nice and long so that we're not crunching through the ankles, ankles, extended toes. And to keep that finesse, we want to move slowly. So don't rush anything as you're spinning. You have plenty of time. No one really notices when you're spinning that you're setting up a move. It's all in anticipation. So try not to rush because that's what keeps the control and the poise as we're going through setting up our move. Sometimes I find, especially when I'm teaching the girls here at the studio, that bringing your hand to the pole in that position can actually be quite difficult because of the shoulder mobility that's required, especially as we want to open the elbow and keep it open through the chest rather than having the arm in front of your face like this. So if you do find it difficult, you don't need to grab the pole. You can go straight to the ballet version where we're just going to extend the arm over our head. So it is up to you. So you've got the standard version there and the touch of ballet version, which is what I like to call it. So let's try that. We'll go into the standard version, and then if you feel like you're ready, you can release that arm and just bring it over your head. And the final touch of finesse that I like to add is actually looking down the straight leg. So if you just turn your head and look past your toes, or you can look just down slightly past your toes, it's just a beautiful shape and a beautiful line with the side of the neck and the jaw as well. So let's put it all together. We've got all of our grip points and all of our graceful points, and let's give it a try with the standard and the ballet version if you'd like to do that. So we need lots of spin. So let's pull into our invert. All right, check your points of grip, which shelf, back of the arm, sweep to inner thigh, unhook. Now I like to reach my arm towards the toes, but you don't have to. Just looks pretty. Slowly bend that leg, the one closest to your face. Reach up and grab. And if you can, we're going to cup grip. Now open the shoulder and the elbow. And then if you're ready, release that arm for your ballet version. And then to come out, back of the arm, grip, sweep the leg into your outside leg hang. And come down.